Please sing along if you feel like it. So we start. We start with our prayers. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam Vyasena Gathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniം Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനിം Amba Tvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Let we be protected, let we be nourished. Let we strive with energy and vigor. Let us study the enlightenment and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not to death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace. Om Bhagavad Gita, with which path was enlightened by Lord Narayan himself, and which was incorporated in the Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa. The Blessed Mother, the destroyer of rebirth, showering down the nectar of Advaita, and consisting of 18 chapters. Upon thee, O Bhagavad Gita, O loving Mother, I meditate. I left Avir my, but it is included in in the translation. So, namaste to you all. Sri Ramakrishna had a vision. God, he saw there the Bhagavad Katha was being performed, and when he went there, he saw that a divine connection, like a rope, touched the Bhagavad car and the devotees and also God. That's why he related Bhagavat, Bhakta, Bhagavan. Three are not different. Seeing a devotee is seeing God. And reading scriptures also, it is dwelling on God. See, when it is asked, say, worldly things, we are very familiar with it. We don't need any introduction. But whenever it comes regarding God, we want a shortcut. Swami, how can I, or Swami or Sri Ramakrishna also, how can we think about God, dwell on God? And God is also very kind. He, in so many ways, he has shown that it is God who is manifesting in so many forms. So it is the easiest thing, but still it is far, far away, as it were. That is why we need to study scriptures over and over again and dwell on that topic. And here also we find Arjuna was in the same situation. He wanted Sri Krishna to enumerate what his glory is and was, is, and will be. So everything, whatever. So Arjuna asked that way. So we are in that section. And we also find that Sri Krishna instructs, Manmana bhava mad bhakta mad yaji mam namaskuru. Be charged, be manmana bhava. Your mind should be merged in me. Mad bhakta, be my devotee. And also serve me. Mad yaji, and talk about me. And also preach about me. Mam namaskuru, and offer your obeisance to me. Because there is only one. We see many. And when we see many, when we perceive through senses. So senses are medium. When we see through medium, then we see many. We cannot run away from it. We cannot shy away. So when we perceive through eyes, we hear through our ears, naturally it is that diversity will come. But even diversity also gets unified when it comes to mind. I'm seeing you, I can feel your presence. So it is the one agency that happens. So here, we also see in the nature, something is animating, something is not animating. Say the mic is not animating, this is not animating. So generally we think it is jada. Jada means matter. And something is Chaitanya, conscious. So we are conscious being. So jada and Chaitanya. So first here comes to us this. So generally we think whatever is jada, it is to be not to be honored that much. And we throw something. But we don't throw, not human being, not even human being, even dogs also, we don't throw like this. Everything we keep with respect. In front of Mother Sharda Devi, someone swept the ground and then threw the broomstick. Mother said, what did you do? It has also a life. And it will take the same time if you keep properly. Generally, this is our natural tendency. We keep anywhere. And sometimes we throw also. But Mother taught that everything should be respected. Even a broom, because broom helped us to clean that area. And therefore, it should be respected. Not only from that respect, even every atom is vibrating with that divine glory. Apparently, it looks like it is Jada and Chetan. That's why we also say that intelligence and also matter. And for creating anything, we also see like material cause and intelligent cause. But here the beauty is, it is God alone who is material cause and who is also intelligent cause. It's not different. He is manifesting in so many forms. Like there is a in Taittiriya Upanishad, so kamayata, he desired. So kamayata, bahusyama prajaye, let me be many. So he wanted to be many. Even we find a bachelor, okay, alone, it's not enjoying. So he wanted to be many. So he marries and multiplies. So so Kama, so bachelor, God also was some. I mean, just imagine that like bachelor. So he wanted to be many. So he so Kamayata Bahusyama Prajayeti Sataput Staptva. So he meditated, but finance also. Like it is soaking. When we want to do something, what we do? First we contemplate how to do and which are the things we have to use for that. So he meditated, means got ready for that. And it is like tapasa chiyate brahman. So it like soaks. So that is the process. Like when say you are in deep sleep, so even you don't know where you are, but then something happens and then uh, you get inspiration to wake up, and you wake up and then, oh, I have to go to office or do this or that, etc. So that process of tapas here means, here we take as meditated, because he does not need any finance. He's already there. So tapas tapva idam sarvam asrijat. He created all this. Created means what? He became all this. So how it is expressed? Sarvam idam sarvam asrijat. Idam sarvam asrijat. So all these he created. Yadidam kincha, whatever we see, whatever we even perceive, conceive, everything. Tat srishtva tadevanu pravish. Now this is another way of talking. Like a carpenter, after creating the furniture, he enters into it. So here, actually, he is transforming himself, as it were, because we see transformed, but he's not transformed also. So this is very difficult to comprehend. So what he created, Tadevanu Pravishya, so he entered, and Satyatyacha Bhavat. Whatever is manifested and whatever is not manifested, everything is he. He desired, I shall become many and be born. He performed tapas. Having performed tapas, he created all this whatsoever. Having created it, so here created means perceived, or like we also, like before creating, what we do? So before cooking, what you do? Or these are ingredients. You collect ingredients and you cook it. Say artist, how he creates, she creates. All the forms are in his or her mind, and then he paints. He takes paint and so it is created. How a poet creates, he rearranges some words and a mood is created. How a singer creates, that same sare gama pada nisa or dore nima, whatever you say. So that is organized in such a way that a mood is created. So it is he himself who becomes that way. So here also you find that he created all this whatsoever. Having created it, he entered into it. Having entered it, he become the manifest and the unmanifest, the defined and undefined, the housed and the houseless. He's homeless also, not only with home, the homeless, houseless. Nilayanam cha nilayanam. Knowledge and ignorance, truth and falsehood. Even falsehood is him, and we have already read it. So, and all this whatsoever that exists, therefore it is called existence. So how he creates, as that also we have enumerated that yathorna navi srijyate grijyate cha. So as urna navi means spider takes out his own thread from within and waves in it. Yatha purushat keshalomani, as like a purusha, like we grow hair or nails, it comes from within. Similarly, whatever is created, it is God and God alone who is manifested in so many forms. So we want easy path, and this is very easy. If we can establish ourselves, then we can see God in all form, in all name, or representing those name and form, what is behind that also. Not only name and form. Because name and form is all the time changing. But we have to find out what is not changing. Otherwise, we'll be confused. That confusion is also, it is also God. So, so let us go back to our text. So, Vibhuti Yoga, one thing let us stress Vibhuti Yoga. We are studying Vibhuti Yoga. So, God is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. So, this each soul is potentially divine. So, it is potency is there. Like seed, we see a seed. Seed has potency to sprout and be a big tree. So potency is there, and at the same time, it also has material. So that anyway, so that what is inherent in it, what is unified in it, yoga. And when it manifests, that is vibhuti. So when we see manifested, that's why we vibhuti. It is the glory of God, vibhuti of God. So vibhuti yoga. So Arjuna prayed to God, you are Supreme Brahman. Just I'll read a few shlokas because then we are in proper context. Arjuna said, the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Abode, the Supreme Purifier art thou. All the rishis, the Deva rishis, and like Narada, as well as Asita Devala Vyasa, have declared thee as the eternal, the self-luminous Purusha, the first Deva, birthless and all-pervading, all-pervading. So also thou thyself sayest to me. And I take these are true. Sarvameta Dritam Mani. Yanmam Vadasi Keshav. Whatever you are saying, and all the rishis have said, and for that matter, all religions say the same thing. God is all-pervading, omniscient, omnipotent, in all religions. So I regard all this that thou sayest to me as true, O Keshava. Verily, Bhagavan, neither the devas nor the demons know thy manifestation. Because whatever is created, the created being cannot know the creator. The example is like if you write a novel, any character of the novel cannot know you until or unless you put your nature in the mouth of that created character. Because that is created. So all the created being cannot understand. And then who knows you? Swayameva Atmana Atmanam Vidhyatam Purushattam. Because you are Supreme Purusha. You are Purna, you are complete. And you alone know yourself. No created being know you it is not possible. And here also he gives lots of adjective also. Adjectives are very important. We praise God in his front. It is glory. A king also can be adored in his front. Gurus also can be adored in their front. But friends are adored behind them. When the friend is not there, then you have to praise, not in his front. Then it is like you are praising unnecessarily. And the servants, I mean, this is practical. Of course, it has practical value. The servants are praised after the work is done, so not before that. So here God is praised in his front and with so many epithets. Swayameva Atmanam Vedya Tam Purushottama Bhut Bhavana. You are the creator of all the creation. Bhut Bhavana. Bhutesha, you are the Lord of all creation. Deva Deva Jagatpati. And you are the supreme deity of all deities. And you are the Lord of all the worlds. Verily thou thyself knowest thyself by thyself, O Supreme Purusha, O source of beings, O Lord of beings, O Deva of Devas, O ruler of the world. Then he further says, thou shouldst indeed speak without reserve of thy divine attributes, by which, filling all these worlds, thou existest. Bhaktum arhasya sheshena, yash asheshena, bhaktum arhasya asheshena, divya hyatma vibhutaya, yabhir vibhutivir lokan imanstvam vyapyatishtas. Because you are pervading everything, therefore you only can speak about yourself. So here Arjuna is now interested to know, for everything we need an address. Where is Mr. Tom lives? Okay, you go here and turn right and then go left and then you'll reach there. And there is a number of house and street number, that also. So Arjuna is asking that, how shall I, O yogi? Now yogi, because God is always yoga yuga. We can see Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is always united with Mother. Yogi. Swam sada parichintan. O yogi, meditate ever to know that, know thee. How shall I, O yogi, meditate ever to know thee? In what things, O Bhagavan, art thou to be thought of by me? This is what we need. You see why it is so? Because our mind is limited. We cannot conceive everything in one go. So when we are here, we cannot be outside. When you or I see you, I cannot see something else. So our avenues are limited, our capacities are limited. Therefore, we need a particular place. That's why we need a shrine, a refuge, where we go and sit for meditation. So this is called alambana. Alambana means something to hold on. Our mind requires that alambana. And two kinds of alambanas, like one is pratima, one is pratika. Say, suppose I have to say USA. How we say? Okay, USA. You want to honor USA, the United States of America? Yes. Oh, this is our flag. Just salute that. You salute. 4th of July is coming. So we are to honor. How to honor? Salute the flag of the country. It's a piece of cloth. And for that piece of cloth, people die. Because it is honor to keep that flag hoisted. It is insult if it is destroyed by someone. So they even they are ready to die for the honor of that piece of cloth. So it is called pratika. See, if I want to see the United States, I cannot see because so many things are there. But if a symbol, okay, this is the flag. So yes, that I understand. So our mind is limited. So we want something concrete. And Arjuna also to help us and also to help him. Yeah, he asked this question. So one is pratika, one is pratima. Pratima is like a picture, is Sri Ramakrishna. Similar limb, like we have limbs, eyes, head, etc. So pratima has got like that. Like people are confused. Oh, Hindus, so many deities, 330 millions. Uh, So, colonizers went to India. So said, follow our God. This is a joke. So follow our God. Okay, no problem. What is the name of your God? Our God. No, tell. Oh, you don't know your name of your God. So it is, like this. But there, if you go, say where Vishnu and Brahma and Shiva and Shakti and so many, Ganapati, Surya, all are deities. If you go to villages in India, you'll find people are worshipping Ashwatha, the tree. Even they are worshipping snakes. Whatever they see, stone, shaligram, they worship there. So Swami Vivekananda was traveling in India. He went to a local king that time, this Alwar Naresh. Alwar is a place near Delhi. So he was a little modern, as we all are. So he said, so when Swamiji went and he was impressed by seeing Swamiji, so he said, Swami, you are literate, you are educated, then why you are roaming like this? Why you beg from people? Then instead of answering him directly, Swamiji asked, say, you are king. Your duty is to take to see the welfare of your subject. But leaving that aside, why do you go for hunting with these Britishers? He said, because I like it. So Swami said, I also like this begging. Then he said, okay, I understand. But you should tell people that they should not worship stones and various statues. Okay. Swami said, okay. So you have that you have object that people should not worship in stone. They should not worship God in stone. Fine. So he asked the prime minister there, Minister, whose picture is this? He said, it's our king's. Oh, is it? Bring it down. And king said, okay, obey. So it was brought down. And he said, he spit on it. What are you saying, Swamiji? Why? It's only paper and little color. Why you are not spitting? Then king could understand. Then Swamiji explained, though it is only a piece of paper and it is framed nicely and it's only a little color, but your subjects see you in that picture. They don't see a picture. They see you manifested there. Similarly, those who worship God in a form, in a statue or in a stone, even in trees, they don't worship tree, they worship God. So whenever you see a deity, like this is our way, whenever we say pranam. Even we see a church, okay, because there people think of God, even mosque. So everywhere it is God who is manifesting, and nobody is worshipping statues. Nobody worships stones. Oh, stone, you please do this. They don't say like that. They say, oh God, please fulfill my desire. So people worship God. It's called Pratima. Pratima and Prati. So this is Alambanam. So the highest Alambanam is Omkar. Omkar. Because in Omkara, all are encompasses. Etat Alambanam Sreshta, Etat Alambanam Param. Etat Alambanam Yatva Brahmaloke Mahiyati. So this is Alambanam, is by which we can hook up our mind. So Alambana is very important. So now Arjuna wants that Alambana. Please tell us something. By seeing that we can say, oh, it is God. So Vistarena Atmano Yogam Vibhutim Cha Janardan Bhuyah Kathaya Triptir Hi Srinnato Nasti Me Amritam. So you tell me in Vistar. Vistar means in details. Atmano Yogam. Atmana Yogam. Your powers. That means here it is yoga means united. What is united? You are manifesting in many forms. How? As he said previously, I create myself holding Maya, my power. So what is that Maya? Trigunatmika. Three-string rope, as it were. So because of that, everything animates. See here also, something is in uh, in non-active active state, and something is active state, and it's equanimity. So sattva, rajas, and tamas. You are seeing this screen. What is happening there? Say like horse is galloping. Actually, it is nothing is happening. Some many uh, many points are there which are blinking off and on, off and on, and it gives a notion that things are happening. So this way, by the power of Maya, God creates. So yogam, that means you are that holder of that fire, that Maya, that power. So mixture of all three that strands of binding power. Vistarana Atmanaha Yoga. Your power. Please tell us your power. And Vibhutim and manifestation of that. Because of that power, you are manifesting in so many forms. And Janardana. What is Janardana? So Janardana means Jana Gati is also there, and also it has two meaning, Gati and Karma. So this also to evil-minded, he puts it in a lower Gati, and whereas he gives all the good to the good one. Ardate gati karmano rupam asuranam deva prakriti bhuta deva pratipaksha bhutanam jananam narakadi gahitum bhutvat janardhan. So he gives gati to various people. So gati and karma. So this also um, and also it gives nishriyasha, and also whatever fruits are for good and bad. So everything he gives. Janaihi Addatiti Janardana. So by people who approaches God and he gives this. So Janardana. Bhuyaha Kathaya. Bhuya means again. Please tell me again. Though he has already told in 7th chapter, Rasoham Apsukonteya, Prabhasmi Shishisude, I am sapidity in water, I am glow in sun and moon, etc. He said that. But he says that it is too brief. I want in details. Please, that's why Vistarena Atmano Yogam. Why? You tell me Bhuyaha. Bhuyaha means again. Kathaya. Because Sriptirhi, that it is not satisfying me. Speak to me again in detail, O Janardana, of thy yoga powers and attributes. For I am never satiated in hearing the ambrosia. Why it is? Because it is so amrita. As I hear, that gives me so satisfaction. Because then I can see it is God who is manifesting in so many forms. So Bhuyaha Kathaya. Again, please tell. So it is like after explaining everything, then we ask, please tell us again. So like that. And the children, they especially they do that. The same story, every day they will hear that same story. Please tell me that story. So it is like this. Bhuya kathaya. Tirhi, because I'm not satiated, I'm not happy. I want to hear more. Please tell me. So Bhuya kathaya triptirhi srinnato nasti me amrita. Why? Because it is ambrosia, it is amrita, it is nectar. See, you read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Same thing. It's not that yesterday somebody came and changed the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It's the same Gospel, but you'll find new meaning. Ramayana, Mahabharata. The same story we hear 1,000 times. That gives us inspiration. So here, it's the same thing. Speak to me again in detail. Vistarena Atmana Yogam. O Janardana. O says Sri Krishna. Is another epithet of thy yoga powers and attributes. For I am never satisfied in hearing the ambrosia of thy speech. So here, Bhagavan says, okay, Hanta. Okay, very good. Well, Hantate Kathishyami. I'll tell you. Divya Hyatma Vibhuta. I'll tell you only the divine manifestation. Why? Why divine glory only? Because otherwise there is no end of it. When we start, and there will be no end. Even we have come for a war also will end. So, Hantate Kathaishyami Divya Hyatma Vibhuta. They are standing between two armies and talking all this. So what I'm going to tell, not only divine, among them also only those who are chief, the main chief one, not in details, because then there will be no end. Pradhanyatah Kuru Sreshta. You are Kuru Sreshta means you are the best among Kurus. Kurus means family, clan of Kaurava. Kuru. Kuru, Kaurava. Those who belong to Kuru family is called Kaurava. And you are the best among them. And later also he'll tell that you are Arjuna. I am Arjuna. I am Arjuna in Pandavanam Dhananjaya. He'll say that I am Dhananjaya, Arjuna among Pandavas. Pandavas are also Kurus. So Hantate Kathishyami Divya Hatma Vibhuta Pradhanyata Kuru Sreshta Nastyanto Vistarasin. Why I should tell only briefly? Because this is the end of it. Everything, then I have to enumerate every atom. That's not possible. So I shall speak to thee now, O best of the Purus, of my divine attributes, according to their prominence and divinity. There is no end to the particulars of my manifestation. So Arjuna wanted to ask an alambana, that means by holding that he can meditate, he can think of, so that he is in presence of God. So whenever you visit a shrine, you have to think that God is sitting in your front, and you are seeing God. It's not that a photo is there and somehow we say like this, or just look at him. Even while looking, we must feel the presence of God and surrender. That's why we prostrate. So, Sri Bhagavan said, the blessed Lord said, I shall speak to thee now, O best of Gurus, of my divine attributes, according to their prominence, or what is pradhanya, chief, and what is main. I'll tell some very prominent one. There is no end to the particulars of my manifestation. So first, the subtlest. What he says, you know, um, what is the cause? We can see effect, but it is better to see the cause. So he says, Aham Atma Gurakesha Sarva Bhutashaya Sthita. I am Gurake, O Gurakesha, Guraka Isha, Guraka means who has conquered sleep. I am the self, O Gurakesha, existent in the heart of all beings. So, this is Vedanta. Vedanta, what we say, each soul is potentially divine. Not in each human being. Each soul is potentially divine. So, your heart and within you is that same divine. Each soul is potentially divine. To manifest this divinity is the goal of life. It's not eating, drinking, and merrymaking. The goal of life is to manifest this divinity already within us. How to do that? Do it by work or worship or psychic control or knowledge, and be free. That's the whole of religion. So here, Bhagavan says, Aham Atma, I am the self. O Gurakesha, who has conquered the sleep. Aham Atma, I am the self. In all being, Sarva Bhutashaya Sthita. Aham Adishcha. So I am in the beginning, I am at the middle, and also I am at the end. Aham Adishcha Madhyamcha Bhutanam Antayevacha. I am the self, O Gurakesha, existent in the heart of all beings. I am the beginning, the middle, and also the end of all beings. Now Arjuna wanted to see God. Now he can see. He has given us this. And by his request, God has given us. We can see God in all beings. No need of time. Say like eyes should be closed. When eyes are open also we can see. Sri Ramakrishna said, when we close our eyes, he is existing that time. And when we open our eyes, is he absent? No. He is in all forms. But what happens? We have to keep this in mind that I am seeing God. But when in the flow of action, we forget this. So we have to remind ourselves again and again that I am seeing God. So God is in all being, and in all things, not only in all being, in all things. So if we can see this, then what will happen? Raga, Dvesha, Vijuktestu, Vishayanindriyashchana. Then attraction to something liking and aversion, something which we don't like. Raga means attachment, Dvesha means aversion. So then this dual throng will not be present. So this is the test whether I am seeing God or not. If I hate someone, I am not seeing God in. And I am infatuated with something extraordinary, then I am not seeing. Yes, devotion should be there. Whatever is to be done, that is to be done. That means normal behavior pattern that is to be followed. So suppose you are driving and if you see, okay, I am also Brahman and that truck is also Brahman, which is oncoming. So that time we are not to see that. Whatever is to be done, that way we have to do. But bhavadvaitam sada kurya. We are to be, we are to be, we are to contemplate in Advaita. Bhava, in Bhava. In Bhava means, in essence, we are to see that we are all one. But behavior pattern, what is normal, that is to be followed. Bhavadvaitam sada kuryat, karyadvaitam na karhechi. Not in day-to-day action, but this knowledge should be there that all are one. Then I'll not insult anyone. Then I'll not despise anyone. So this is the change. Ahimsa, that's ahimsa. Himsa means even mental, that's also himsa. So that also to be avoided. So this is the fruit of it. So aham atma gudakesha sarvabhutasha sthita. So first God says that I am in all being, I am in their heart, I am their self. It is God who is manifesting in those forms. Then we go to the next. He says, Adityanam aham Vishnu. So now you see, like, God is telling his glory. We also like to tell, like, oh, I did this, I did that. You know, we never tired of glorifying ourselves. And Vedantic, from Vedantic point, whatever he's saying, that is real. That means if you apply same thing on yourself, then you'll find, yes, that's also. You are, see, all beings as consciousness. You are that consciousness. In your presence, everything animates. If you are not there, who knows? This world will be there. You know, Einstein even asked that, if I don't look at the moon, does it mean that moon is not there? Yes. So everything depends on your consciousness. You are that conscious being. That consciousness is being reflected in all being. In our dream, all the dream characters depend on me. Similarly, in our waking state also, all the character that we see is my projection, my reflection. If I insult someone, I am insulting myself. Swamiji said that's why, you know, ethics. Why should I not kill someone if that serves my purpose? Because killing somebody else is killing myself. So this is the Vedantic ethics. One has to see oneself in all being. Yomam pashyati sarvatram, sarvam cha mai pashyati. He who sees me, here Sri Krishna, but me here, this me also. If I insult someone, I'm insulting myself. And if I praise someone, I'm praising myself. So this Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu, one should think about all being as one's own self. So this way also, so here Bhagavan goes further. Adityanam aham Vishnu. I am Vishnu in all Adityas. It is called Dwadash Adityas, 12 Adityas. Jyotisham Ravi Ramshuman. And in the effulgent beings of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of luminaries, the radiant sun. That's why we see sun glowing. This way also we can say. We can see God. In India, morning, they offer their pranams to sun. So this way, one can see God. It's a pratyaksha. We don't need a shrine. God is in our front when we are in the sun, or even now. We know God is giving what? Warmth. As sun, He is giving what? Warmth. So God is sustaining us. And see, like another thing, when you see a mountain or you see an ocean, you feel good. Why you feel good? We may not understand, but we see God when we see expansion of our mind. Not only that, mind needs something to hold on, but mind should be expanded. Expansion is life, contraction is death, as Swamiji said. So whenever my mind expands, that means it is manifestation of God. So when we see a mountain, oh, beautiful, a cloud, piece of cloud. But again, that painter who paints all these are within you, within us. Who is this painter who paints such a wonderful painting? It is within us. So that's why he said, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhutashaya Sthita. So Adityanam Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Ravi Anshuman. Anshuman means those who have light. Anshu means we can say photon, the little speck of light. Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of luminaries, the radiant sun. Of the winds, I am Marichi. Of the asterisms, so like all the stars, what? I am Shashi, I am moon. Because in the night, you can see moon is glowing. And so beautiful. Yesterday, it was nice. Big moon was there. So we were driving in 76. What a nice moon. So this is all manifestation of God. See, we see natural beauty. But if we can also see the presence of God, then we feel better. That is why God is giving us some hints where we can see God. And it is so easy to see. No need of even going to a temple. Wherever we are, we can see and interact with God. We'll take up this one also. Vedanam Sam Vedu Asmi. Now Vedas are 4 Vedas, as you know. Rig, Yajur, Yajur Veda, Rig Veda, Sam Veda, and Atharva Veda. So 4 Vedas. But all Vedas are from God, and God Himself, who is like, it is like a Nishwasavat. Right? He breathes out and creation starts. So Vedas is called Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means nobody has created it. It was manifested to pure-hearted one. And rishis, they used to go and meditate for long hours. and they were pure. And whatever was revealed to them, they taught to their disciples orally. Even that tradition is still going on. And many, maybe 100,000 people are doing this, even today. And there are various traditions also. In North India, is different kind of tradition. There are 10 kinds of traditions that is still existing. And it is now declared as World Heritage, intangible heritage. So what is being said here? Vedanam Samvedosmyam, Samveda in all Vedas. Because there the addition is that it is musical. Devanam Asmi Vasava. Vasava is Indra, the chief of all devas. Indriyanam Manaschasmi. And I am mind among all the senses. So mind is also considered as sixth sense. We have five sense of perception: eyes, ears, tongue. Tongue is for tasting, and smell, and touch. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So five. But mind unifies all these things. Whatever we taste and smell, and then we identify. So everything is unified. All the perceptions are unified. That's why mind is the presiding deity, as it were. Or on the reverse way, we can say mind extends itself as sight, hearing, olfactory nerve, and all these, all various sense of perception, perceptive senses. So Indriyanam Manaschasmi Bhutanam Asmi Chetana. I am consciousness in all bhutas, all beings. Whatever is created being, I am Chetana, I am consciousness. So this way, God is enumerating His presence, His manifestations, so that we can meditate on them and we can see directly. And human being is the highest. As Swamiji said, it is the Taj Mahal of all creation. And Sri Ramakrishna said, Manushki Kamga, is man a trifle? He can meditate on God. Christians, what they say, man is made in the image of God. Image of God means not like that he also looks like human being, God also looks like human being. Not like that. Chetana, consciousness, in that form, God. So God is residing in human being. So it is not that God has 2 feet and that. No, we have to travel from many form to one form and then universal form. One should not think about only this human form, in all form. Or we can say beyond form. Because he is beyond form, he can take all forms. So, Bhutanam Asmi Chetana, I am consciousness. If we see this way, we can find God in our day-to-day activities. Whatever we are doing, wherever we are interacting with God. So time is up. We'll stop here. Now we have to continue. Though we are stopping, but we should continue seeing God in all being. Nothing. So there is no question. Yes. Yeah. No problem. No problem. Yeah, it happens. Question gets resolved. Pardon? Okay. Yeah. Even, Sri Ramakrishna, it happened once that Balaram Bose wanted to ask a question, whether he should kill a bug or not. And when he came, Sri Ramakrishna was taking bug and killing. So, so question gets answered, automatically. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. In Indian way, we greet like this, Namaste. So that's also like I offer my obeisance to God inside you. So this way we are to see God, So thank you and Namaste. Oh, yes. Yes, please go ahead.
I'm going to be singing a song called the Om Song, and I'm going to be singing the sacred syllable Om quite a bit. So if you can pick up on it, please join in. I'll be singing it in various tones, and we might end up harmonizing. So Cheyenne, maybe don't Zoom this, okay? Because the music doesn't come across very well on Zoom. I'm being accompanied by a friend here that was introduced to me by Jyoti. I got a Tambura app on my phone. Helps me with the ohms. No matter completely empty, all my pockets are. There's a salary I can always depend on. And when I quit, my belly aching, it comes coming down on me, and I wonder, how can I ever worry about money? There's a sound that's much more than a sound. You might hear it if you get quiet. Once you heard that sound, that's much more than a sound. Hopefully, never deny it. Top of your head, there's an infinite door. Oh, oh. The present voice is singing on. Oh, no matter completely hopeless, everything might look. A solution is always forthcoming. If we can quiet the endless noise going on in our heads, we'll know they were at least halfway home. There's a whisper that becomes an ocean. You might hear it if you can get quiet. Dissolve into that ocean, and hopefully you never did fight. Everybody. Top of your head, there's an infinite dome. Oh, oh. The person voice is singing on and on. Oh, well, it's always there. It's always where you can reach it beyond your busy mind. One day we'll all awaken, but it's okay if you begin by faking. Won't you try it? One time. Yes, it's always there, always where you can reach it, way beyond time. Once you awaken, your mind will stop shaking. Try it one time. No matter how completely crazy Kali Yuga might get, the real you is always pure and untouched. Take a break, away your closet and close the door. Now was Jesus asking a little too much? We can pray. Top of your head, there's an infinite door. And this voice is singing right in the heart. Oh, there's no time on this, only this moment in time to make a new start. Oh, just let go of it all. You don't have to look smart. Oh, Sri Ramakrishna is always there, singing right in the heart. Oh,
Announcements for this week, and I'll also go over a couple of things that are there in the month of June. So this week on June 7th, which is a Wednesday, we have the class on the west side of the city. So it's in Beaverton. And it is, if you already know, it is Kathy's house that we are having that. We start at 6:30 and it goes till 8 p.m. the class. We usually gather about 6. So this is this Wednesday. Our usual Thursday, Friday, and Sunday classes continue. Thursday from 7:30 to 8:30 in the evening, Friday from 7:30 to 8:30 in the evening, and Sundays at 11 o'clock in the morning. June 11th is a Sunday. So every second Sunday of every month, we have started a service, serving God in man, as we were hearing today. So this service is performed by providing food for dinner. And we go to a shelter which is run by Transition Projects here, which is known as the Banfield Motel. And that is where we have the opportunity of service on every second Sunday of the month. So that is on June 11th. If you want to volunteer, please contact the temple. We would get in touch with you, the volunteer coordinator. June 24th, we are, for quite some months, we did not have Awakening Vedantin. So June 24th, which is a Saturday, we are going to have the Awakening Vedantin. And it will be back after an hiatus. We have been thinking about a topic for quite a while. Many other centers in the country have gone ahead and started a Vedanta study circle. So I have been discussing this idea with Swami C back and forth, that if that can be converted to that. We used to have a philosophy study group at this temple for quite a while. It predates most of the people who are here today, except a few. So some of them remember this, so it might be a time to actually revive that back and go through some interesting texts. And the most important thing is that we are gearing up for our 4th of July event. If you are subscribed to our newsletter, then you might have already gotten that email that the program for 4th of July is already circulated. Swami Satyamayananda from Seattle is our guest Swami, and we would have people speaking from the Baha'i community, because their temple would be kind of like inaugurated this year. And we would also have members from the Sikh community who would actually sing this year, if you see the program. So we would have a very nice interfaith festival on 4th of July. I would just like to remind that 3rd July is Guru Purnima. It's another very important date in our tradition. On that day, we usually have a special puja in the shrine in the morning. And for many people, 3rd July, although it's a Monday, might actually be a holiday, because 4th July being a Tuesday. So if you are available, please do come, and particularly that day, because it's the day of Guru Purnima. And also, if you want to donate, then then there is the donation box behind. You can donate by, if you go by the table, all the methodologies of PayPal, Venmo, and etc. are given. Membership calls for this year would go out very soon. It's just $60 for the entire year, membership is. So it was originally decided to make it $5 a month, so that it is less than 2 Starbucks coffees a month. So yeah, literally that came as a discussion in the board meeting when that amount was decided. People of board members can vouch for that. Actually, I can see Terence smiling already. Please support us in whatever way you can. And if you want to volunteer for all the activities, please do write to us or find us after this. Thank you.